Shalom. I want to begin this lesson by giving all praise, glory, and honor to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Ha Kodash. And I also want to give the honors unto my teachers, the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone that rule well, teach well. Peace, blessings, and salutations unto the hopeful elect scattered abroad. I'm the brother Yawanathan, coming back with another exhortation through the spirit and power of Yahweh Basham Shai. And Lord willing that this lesson is edifying unto the hopeful elect that's scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, man. So real quick, I just want to make, another edition of the You Will Own Nothing and Be Happy. And it's really the spirit and no excuses. But, I've been, I try to switch it up and make videos on my laptop, man. And, brand new laptop, man. Every time I screen record the lesson, the audio gets messed up, man. So, no excuses. But it's been a few videos that I made that had to be chopped. You had to throw them into, the files of the prophesying to the wind. And sometimes that happens, sometimes that happens, man. But nevertheless, we keep pushing and move forward, So I got this video here, man. It's on X again, it's on X. But then I also have this other article. It's from the People's Voice, which is a alternative news media outlet. And it goes into just different, reports and news that you won't see on mainstream media. All right. And this article came out in, a few years ago when Biden was in office, and it's dealing with kill switches. And a kill switch is a technology or really a technical device that you can put inside of vehicles, right? And it has the ability to turn on or turn off the car. Okay. And just speaking as a man, just seeing that these are the plans of the elite banking families, man. Okay. Why do you think there's, a lot of these crank to start cars, you can't find them anymore, man? Okay. Because this devil is getting ready to bring in that new world order into fruition. All right. And in his new world order, every car is going to be electric, so it can be controlled. Okay. Let me begin with the book of, let's go to the book of Revelation chapter 6, and I'm going to get verse 4, and it says, "And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth." Right? You see, so power was given. So the Heavenly Father has set up Esau Edom on the left-hand side, okay, to do the things that he's doing in today's time. Playing with the food, playing with the water, putting chemtrails in the air. And the list goes on, man. You see? And as we was going into this at the camp, Daniel, the 4th chapter, man, the Heavenly Father giveth his power to whomsoever he will. Okay, so Esau being in rulership is not some great thing. It's the Heavenly Father that put him in that power, man. And the Heavenly Father is going to put that spirit into this devil, the so-called white man, beginning with the elite banking families, to bring or to take more peace from the earth in this time that we live in there right now. Okay. So going back, it says, "And that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword." And that's how we know this verse is talking about the Edomites, man, because Esau's blessing was the sword, right? From his father Isaac, after his brother Yaquab, it's a spirit, because that's what he did, on the right hand side, righteously supplanted Esau, and it was all prophecy's sake. He begged for a blessing, and his blessing was the sword, as well as the dew of the fatness of the earth. All right, so saying all that to say, everything that you're seeing right now is this devil trying to get his birthright back. And how's he doing that? By being the Most High. Okay. What does he want to do in this present time? He wants to put a microchip inside of everybody, man. Okay. He wants control. He will stop at nothing to have control. Let's see. Let's go to the book of Psalms real quick. Yeah, this is Psalm 73. And I'm going to begin at verse 5, and it says, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. And this is talking about the so-called white man. All right, they're not in trouble as other men. They don't live the same life as we do. Okay, I remember encountering on the highways and byways a so-called white man. All right, and he was an Edomite for sure. But, could have been a Jake, but the point being is that he said he never had a bad day. He said it with such confidence. Man, I never had a bad day. That's the mindset of Esau, Edom, because this is their hell. We understand that heaven and hell are conditions being played out on the planet Earth, man. So the Israelites are in their hell, okay, for what they have done against the Lord. And Esau, Edom is in his heaven, okay? But Esau doesn't know that he's the end of the world, man. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. And what we're seeing right now is a transition of rulerships, okay? As the house of David, right, is being risen right before your eyes. Esau's house is falling, okay? And this is why these devils are going to try to come down with great wrath, like Revelation 12:12 says, because they know that he had but a short time, okay? They know that he had but a short time, man. So, verse 6, it says, therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covered them as a garment. And this is going into Esau, man, right? In this same chapter in the book of Psalms, King David, what did he say? Deliver me from the wicked, which is thy sword, you see? So even King David knew Esau, Edom, right, set up on the left-hand side is the sword of the Heavenly Father, man. He's also, Esau is like the Heavenly Father's belt. He uses Esau to judge his people. That's Isaiah the 10th chapter. O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger, and the staff in their hand is my indignation, you see? So the staff in the Heavenly Father's hand is his indignation toward his people, for their wicked deeds and things of that sort, you see? Verse 7, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than they heart could wish, you see? So their eyes stand out with fatness, man. Even though they is their rulership, it's still not enough, okay? It's still not enough. And one step they're going to take further is to put that microchip inside of you, man. Okay, they're gonna try, but the Lord said how he has, a very small number compared to the masses, which will not take that chip. Okay. But yeah, so make sure this stays right there. I've been dealing with this January 18th, 2022. So that's fast forward 4 years later, right? That's 4 years later, man. So it basically says Democrats quietly unveiled bill to give them kill switches in all new cars, man. And we dove in this topic, man. Okay, we dove we dove into this before, So Democrats have introduced a new bill that can give the U.S. government the ability to access a kill switch in all new vehicles in 2026, man. So just think about that. So when you see reports and it says you will own nothing and be happy, this is from Klaus Schwab, from the World Economic Forum, man. This is not no bullshit, okay? You see, only Jake think it's a game, Only Jake is the one that's playing around, man, not taking it serious, man, just living their days as if nothing is gonna happen. Like it says in the book of Zephaniah, they say in their heart that the Most High will not do good, neither will he do evil. That's the mindset of our people. That's the mindset of the majority people in this world, man. They don't believe that the Lord is going to bring judgment, swift judgment. They don't believe that Yahweh Basham al-Shah is going to do the things that he said in the scriptures, man. But the hopeful elect have what? Like it says in the book of Habakkuk or Habakkuk, I have heard thy speech and was afraid, you see? So only the hopeful elect have that mindset hey, I have heard the speech of the Lord, and is afraid, or really knowing that, hey, the Lord can do very terrible things. See, many people don't know that. You know, many people don't grasp, you know, the severity with serving the Lord, man. Many people don't grasp that severity, man. You know. So forgive me for rambling. Let me play a little bit of the video, man. So, you know, again, it's a video that I went into before, but, you know, my laptop is down. You know, a lot of videos that I'm making on my laptop, you know, very lengthy videos. As I'm finished with it, the sound is through. You know, and I know it's nothing but Satan. It's a brand new computer, and it's the spirit, because as I was listening to the elder Apostle Gabar, he was going through the same thing, man. You see, so even though Satan, you know, tries to throw off the spirit, hey, the work still got to be done. No excuses, right? So yeah, let's play this video. It's a little lengthy. I'm gonna have it at 1.25 speed. You know, I may pause it if I hear something. All right, but this is where we at now, man. Many people think that we're years, decades away. Many people think that we're years away. Many people think that we months away. Okay. On the left-hand side, how much more on the right? You know, at any day now.
Come on! No! Now imagine there was an emergency outside the truck, an accident, something terrible on the ranch with a chainsaw. And I jump in this truck, but the truck, it won't shift into drive. Why? Because the cameras and sensors inside this cab won't let it shift, because it detects my eyes are big, there's a lot of emotion, there's some panic, and it doesn't feel that I'm fit to drive. Now that's not science fiction.
Now imagine you buying a vehicle. You bought the car, right? You making payments on this bitch. Every month it's taking it out your bank account. But every time you hop in it, you know, the car or the AI within the car is making the decision for you whether you are fit to drive. Come on, man. This got to be the end, man. We have to be in the end of this man's rulership, man. We have to, you know.
That is happening because Ford just filed the patents. Ford actually has a series of patents down at the US Patent and Trade Office that deal with the sensors and cameras inside the cab of their truck. And if the sensors in that truck determine that you're not fit to drive, that truck will not actually shift from park to drive. Now, they already have a system called telematics, and that's where they can actually pull up cameras in real time inside the cab of their fleet vehicles. Now, they actually market this to insurance companies, because the truth is, this is really about who owns the data and who owns the liability. Now, your name might actually be on the title of this truck, and you may have paid for it, but you don't own it.
So you will own nothing and be happy. Yeah, your name may be on the title. Yeah, you may have bought this truck with USD, but you don't own this truck. The AI owns it, and that's what this devil is getting ready to introduce, or Salakia. That's what this devil is getting ready to make a norm, because the AI is here. There's no more is coming. The AI is here. A few months ago, you had a Melinda Trump. You know, she presented. I believe those are the Elon Musk robots, man. You know. So that shows you in a few months here, they're getting ready to open a new school in Chicago with no human teacher. It's just going to be an AI teacher in there, AI robot. This is where we are now, man. When you have people like Bill Gates, when you have people like Elon Musk letting you know that humans will not be needed for most things, that is to show you. What is that to show you? That they're getting ready to move on with the next stage of their new world order.
Now, Ford didn't file just one patent. They filed a stack of them, all within months of each other. Are you sitting down? Get this. This Ford technology patent doesn't just watch you. This one puts you in jail. Ford filed a patent, serial number 0104469, where the system takes your biometric data, your face, your iris, and your fingerprint, and it runs it through a criminal database in real time. While you're sitting in your own truck, think about what that means. You wake up one morning, you walk out to your driveway, you climb into a vehicle with your name on the title, on property with your name on the deed, and before you go anywhere, before you've done a single thing wrong, your truck is already running your face through a law enforcement database. Ford's own patent language describes this as potentially useful for police. They wrote that Ford wrote that into the patent application. So the question isn't whether this technology can be abused. Ford already told you who it's for. You just didn't know that you were buying a cop car. Now I'm going to walk you through a few of these patents. Lip reading, cameras inside your cab, machine learning trained on lip movement datasets. Cloud connected, your face processed somewhere you'll never see, stored as long as they want. Acoustic lip reading, if the cameras aren't enough, the system...
Yeah, man, the point of the video is that these different Fortune 5, these Fortune 5 companies, man, that we all know, right? These different companies, man, they bent the knee, all right? And they're accepting all this different AI, So, yeah, man, this is where we at right now, okay? And, we understand a lot of our people don't believe this to be true. A lot of our people don't take things like this serious because they believe that it doesn't affect their life, okay? But there will be a day when you pull up to work and you're going to see robots. A lot of you individuals that work in a warehouse, a lot of you dudes that's in landscaping, a lot of you delivery, you truck drivers, man, will all be affected. You're seeing the reports now just with a lot of these tech, a lot of these people that's going to school for tech, a lot of these, these graduates, their degrees are useless, man, because AI is here now. Okay, so it's about to get the world is going to get very interesting, man. Many people just believe that due to it being calm, that it's always going to remain calm. We understand that the times that we are in right now, all right, the Lord spoke of these times, man. The scriptures spoke of these times, man. Okay. I feel like I can keep going, but the point, is made, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 8. And it says, for if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle? All right. And the Lord has sent his men. He has sent his servants, the prophets, to give off that certain sound, man. All right. To let you know what these different prophecies are in the latter days, man. The prophecy of the mark of the beast, man. The prophecy of Jacob's trouble. All right. The prophecy of who the so-called white man is, man. And Esau is being revealed, man. Another reason why they're getting ready to remove this internet, they're getting ready to remove all these different, websites that you can access information on, is because too much has been said, too much has been revealed. Okay. Too much has been revealed, man. Everyone knows who, we're at the point now where Esau is a curse word, Esau is a curse word, man. They don't want you to say Esau, but that's to show you, that's to show you where we at, okay? It's only going to get worse, man. Whether people believe it or not, it's only going to get worse, man. And beginning with the apostles and elders here at Great Millstone, or, beginning with the apostles and elders, man, we warned you, So, yeah, man, another edition, and you will own nothing. And this one just goes into basically how, yeah, you may buy the car, with cash, whatever. Your name may be on the title, but you don't own it, You don't own it. So, yeah, Lord, that this one was edifying. To the next time, giving all praises, glory, and honor to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh, Shai, Bahashem, Rakak, Kodash, the bonds unto the apostles, elders, and bishops, a great millstone that rule well, teach well. Peace and blessing unto the hopeful elect. Till next time, shalom.